Hi, are you ready to talk? Because I am. Hi, it's me, Courtney. Welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, hi, welcome. Today's video, I'm just gonna be working on an assignment for my drawing class while I'm kind of just talking to you guys and pretending we're little FaceTime buddies. So I have a lot that I want to talk about today. I'm gonna talk about fashion, college, how everything's going, whatever. There's a lot, and I'm gonna give some drawing tips throughout it, so that will help you. Just wanted to take a second to appreciate the fit today first. So I have this beautiful sweater, which vintage, I absolutely love it. Can you believe that there was ever like a point where I was gonna sell this sweater? Like, I can't. The jewelry, you have this cute little heart necklace I made and a skull necklace I made, and my possum earrings. I absolutely love them. Makeup is just gold and red on the outsides there. I'm doing a very weird hairstyle today. It's like half bun, half ponytail. Inspired by the hairstyle I always wear to bed, but I'm absolutely loving it. And last on the top is my little pin that says I read banned books. And we cannot forget, last but not least, my pants. I'm gonna fall. I always get compliments on these pants when I wear them. I am in love with them. Anyways, it is really hot in here. I'm in the art studio, art school. So we're going out of the sweater. And next outfit piece, Bike Week, 2005 Harley Davidson. Let's get into it. So here we are. Here's the piece that I'm working on. So this is an assignment about shading, values, kind of just like getting into all of that. And I had to digitally create a rendition of a photo we see like right here. This is a little picture of me. It was based on the prompt rupture. So this is like a rupture in time and space, and she's holding a weird space bubble, and there's like all these kind of little swirly things, and we're transitioning that to paper. I'm gonna sit here on this skeleton foot while I work on that, and we're gonna talk. College has been really fun so far, and I'm finally finding ways to balance my school life, my personal life, my family, my friends, all of that, like all with each other. I would say the only thing I'm still kind of worried about is the challenge, but I'm settling into that too. Now listen to me talk about my drawing issues for a minute. I'm finding it like really hard to get the proportions right on this. Like, I've gone over it so many times. I will say a little tip I like to use is, so you know how whenever you go to take a picture on your phone, like you think you look amazing in the mirror, and then you take the picture and you're like, looking kind of weird today. Would not recommend that because it makes you feel bad about your self-esteem, but I totally recommend using it to look at your drawings because it helps you realize what's wrong with them. Don't do it with yourself, but do it with your drawings because it works, I promise. I don't know why. It might have something to do with like how you're looking at you're looking at it from a different perspective. I don't know. So one thing that's really been annoying me in this drawing is I can't get the nose length right for whatever reason. But honestly, at this point, I'm just kind of having to live with it, and we'll figure it out later because I think that I've done too much shading to the point that I can't really fix it anymore, which is always kind of a sad thing in a drawing when you get to the point, sorry, moving this stool, where you get to the point that it's just sort of like an unfixable crisis, and that's just how it's gonna be. There's like a lot of parts of this that are really just like getting to me and annoying me. But good thing for today, so it is Thursday and I'm finished all of my work except the things that my teachers have not posted yet. So for tomorrow and today, except things I'm waiting on, which is awesome. Like, this is one of the few times in college that I've actually had like everything done and I can just get ready for the weekend, which, speaking of the weekend, it is my birthday weekend. Yo, I am actually like so excited about that. You guys do not even know. I mean, it's my first birthday at college, which means it's kind of my first birthday like on my own independently, so that means like a lot to me because I'm just like becoming such an adult woman, and that's scary but also a beautiful thing. Back to recorded, Courtney. Now that she's done talking, I just wanted to speak a little bit more about the differences between college and high school. Now, I'm a freshman and just got out of high school, so I remember like a lot of what it was like. I remember like what was expected of us, things like that. And I think in college, or at least my college, it's just like a higher workload for every class in general. So I was in IB in high school, which meant I was technically taking like 6 IB classes at once and 2 other classes. One of them was a study hall, one of them was band. But I was technically taking sort of 7 classes at once, which is actually insane to think about because now my workload for just 4 classes is a lot. So especially if you're going to like a very rigorous university, normally like prestigious, like, but any university can have rigorous policies. It's gonna be a little harder than high school, recognize that, but also in some ways it's a lot easier because since you're literally constantly at college, assuming you're not a commuter student, which if you are, totally cool, you will be able to like have more places to study and you have more of a will to do it because you're kind of around all these other people studying, and it just makes it a lot easier in general whenever there's like this environment of learning around you versus at home. If you kind of wanted to just like go to sleep and just ignore all of your responsibilities, that was totally doable because you're not constantly at school. I think those are the main differences. Another big one is it's a lot easier to make friends, I feel, in college than it was in high school. A lot of people feel differently, but the reason I feel that way is because you're literally a 10-minute walk or like 5 minutes or like even just down the hall from your friends, which good thing and a bad thing because whenever you need to study, your friends are always there so you can get easily distracted. But at the same time, it's so much easier to organize like hangouts with people and to just randomly decide like, hey, do you want to go get coffee tomorrow, and things like that. So there's definitely a lot of fun to be had in college, a lot of enjoyable times. I've done a lot of really cool things already. Like I've met back up with my boyfriend James to go hiking a couple times, so we've driven to each other, been to a lot of really cool campus sponsored events, and I actually met Jerry from Ben & Jerry's, which was such a random like occurrence. I've had a lot of random occurrences like that, like just I would say in college things are a lot more spontaneous, like things just kind of happen and you go along with it, and I would say that can be for the good and the bad, but normally in my experience so far it has been the good. So another big thing in college is I definitely brought way too many clothes, but somehow it still feels like it's not enough. Like I thought that I had brought so many decorations for my room and so much stuff for my room, and it turned out that I really like did not even bring enough like stuff because it was almost all clothes. There was another issue of then where to put all of those clothes, and currently I have all of my winter clothes under my bed, which I'm going to have to excavate soon and get all out, but we will do that. I've been having a little bit of fun with my fashion, but I always do find these transitional seasons to be difficult because you can't necessarily just wear a sweater out, as evidenced by why I wore a tank top under mine and I'm now only wearing the tank top. And if you're wearing a skirt, you're gonna be a little cold. If you're wearing pants, you're gonna be a little hot. So I don't really know. Waiting for it to get into a bit of the colder part of fall. Oh, hi Courtney. Where it's like 50-ish degrees or 60 every day. Right now it's like 50 in the mornings, and then by the afternoon it's 80, and you're like, God, why did I wear this sweater? But anyways, you're also going to have a lot of educational opportunities in college. Like, I've already had some really insane networking opportunities. Like, I'm currently learning German. Hallo. Ich heiße Courtney. Ich komme aus North Carolina. Ich spreche Deutsch, aber Kleindeutsch. Und ich trinke Wasser. Anyways, I've only been learning German for a month, so don't judge me. But we had some German documentary makers and some German TV show people come, and that was super awesome because I got to meet all of them and I got to have some really cool like creative insights. Now I'm sort of like leaning more towards a digital path in the future because of that, but I also don't know if that's because I'm thinking like a traditional art path may be like harder to achieve, which definitely is not. That's a limiting belief that kind of sneaks into my head sometimes, even though I really am a big proponent of creative careers and fully believe that most of the stuff that people push about them and them being not accessible and there not being many of them, like, I fully believe a lot of that is garbage because every job field is competitive right now. It's still easy for a lot of those negative thoughts to sneak into your mind, and that goes for a lot of things in your life. Like, it is so easy for you just to hear something from somebody and then continue believing it. And that's not cool whenever it's a negative or a limiting belief. So if you feel like you're somebody who's affected by a lot of limiting beliefs, and by that I mean things in your head that you've just kind of always believed, you don't necessarily know where it came from, but it's something that's keeping you from doing something that would benefit you, etc. I challenge you to sort of identify what those limiting beliefs is. So is it, oh, I don't think I can be an artist because of X? Or is it, oh, I don't think I can wear this shirt because Y? And once you've sort of identified them, then you can sort of go on the path of being like, okay, do I actually believe this? Is this BS? Like, let's challenge that a little. Once you recognize what's holding you back and you start actively working against it, it's really going to help you out. So whenever that limiting belief pops up in your head, you can sort of tell yourself, no, that's not true, and then repeat the opposite to yourself, or you can just go ahead and try it. Like, if someone says that you can't be an artist, okay, just start pursuing it anyways. Or if someone says, hey, that shirt doesn't look good on you, and by someone, I mean the little voice inside of your head, just wear it anyways. And the more that you train yourself and you train your brain, like you're literally like gaslighting yourself the opposite direction because you gaslit yourself into this to begin with, you know, like it starts to make sense, I promise. Like, I kept telling myself that this drawing was going to be really difficult because of the subject that I had chosen, and when I just started getting into it, it kind of started coming a little effortlessly to me, and I just kept working at it, and now we're at a pretty good outcome. I'm not totally done, but Tuesday, my next class for this class, is another work day, so I'm really not worried about not having enough time to finish this. I think I have a good schedule going on in college. Now to see what it looks like. Let's look at my progress so far. So here's where we are. Couple things that are annoying me. Couple things I'm kind of proud of. There are just a few proportions that I did not get exactly right. Like the face has some weird stuff going on, but it's a little hard, so I'll give myself that. Also, this has more of a curve than this does, which is not that bad, like when you're just looking at this, but when you're comparing them side by side, that's an issue. But I will say, I'm doing the main objective, that's what it is. I'm doing the main objective of the assignment right, which is just to like really focus on the values, and I think that I've gotten a lot of those value transitions like correct. Like if I like step really far away, they look a little bit similar. If anything, I could be doing a little bit better on the dark parts, but other than that, like I am really proud of myself and we're getting there. Another big thing is that this is me just like being educated, and I do have like things that I've learned in art that I'm still relying on that like I can't really anymore because I'm no longer a self-taught artist. I'm becoming a school-taught artist. And there's a lot of things I'm having to unlearn, having to go through, but I'm working on it, we're getting there, and I am so excited to keep going on this journey. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and if you want to see the final product of that, I would totally recommend following my art Instagram here. And if you want to see more about my life, you can follow my personal Instagram here, or you could just subscribe on YouTube because I post a lot of videos here. Anyways, I hope you have a happy day, a happy life, and you keep on creating. Bye!